I always gotta mute myself. Good gracious. And then look here, hold on, I'm gonna take myself out because I need to get some more light in here. I ain't cut my lights on, guys. I ain't even ready for y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up? Another edition of Hourtake. Y'all know what time it is. I am your host, the hostess with the mostest. And y'all know who I got over here.
Troublemaker. That's me. I'm Troublemaker.
He said it, not me. He said it, not me.
But she's also grateful to have me here too. See how that worked? It all works itself out for me. Thank you. Oh, it's one of those days.
It is one of them days. It's hot. I'm over here sweating. I got a lot of stuff going on in my house. Getting some stuff done, different work, being a grown-up over here. I don't like this shit. But yeah, that part. But how's your week been, man? How your week go?
It's tournament week. I don't know. You don't know what your week is like. You sitting there supposed to be working and your eye on the TV over here on the corner, but you
work ended Wednesday.
You're still trying to do some things. People calling you, want to have a meeting in the middle of a good game. You know what I'm saying? But so far,
that is very true.
Which is aggravating. But this week is just
absolutely.
It's been a good week. I'm gonna give it to it. So, what about yours?
It's been a long week. It's been a long week, but I am grateful. I'm grateful.
But you are grateful.
What's up, Dilby? I appreciate you coming in.
Now, before you get started, you have your people on Instagram over there. Are you shot? You got them over there to make sure we got your people. We got your TikTok people over here. We got the Facebook people over here. We got
YouTube over there. All these damn. I got screens everywhere, guys. Screens everywhere. You would not even believe. But yes, it's been a good week. It was a long week, but March Madness made it that much better. So yeah, I tried to work. It just didn't work out.
Did it make it much better? There's some teams out there we may talk about. March Madness, did it make it much better? I'm just gonna move on. Let's do it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get into them. I have to face the music. But welcome everybody. If you are over on Facebook, Instagram. I am so hot right now, y'all. I got workers in the house. I've been running up down the stairs, trying to cool off, really. But I want to thank everybody coming in. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and y'all know my TikTokers over there. Y'all, just thank you so much for even tapping in with us. We're gonna get y'all in and out of here. I know we're a little late coming on because March Madness is starting, especially for my Michigan fans out here in the streets who think they're about to win again. Not happening. But
did you say the Michigan fan? They are Michigan fans?
Yeah, there's some Michigan fans out there. I ain't one of them. But to each his own. To each his own. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get right on into it. We got March Madness. We got some WNBA news. We got NBA. It's almost playoff time. It's getting crunk. It's time. I love the playoff time.
You know what I'm saying? That's the time we watch the NBA because it's playoff time.
Exactly. And we're going to leave the NFL where the NFL. I ain't got no sprinkles for you today. Unless TT got something for me. I ain't got nothing for the NFL today.
Nothing big. My Steelers did sign an offensive lineman, but he's a lineman from the Cowboys that used to play under McCarthy, so we don't care about that. So
nothing major. We can handle all that Tuesday. We're gonna stick with the March to the madness. So let's get on up in here. Thank you, Miss Granny. I appreciate you coming in and getting your heart made. Appreciate you. Hope you're feeling good today. Now, let's see. March Madness is here.
Fair. Before you start this, let me ask you a question because we got a struggle. We got a struggle going on over the last couple of days. Yes, do you watch the men or do you watch the women? Because they're on at the same time. What you do? What you do?
All four TVs on. All four TVs are on.
Mm-hmm.
My laptop is on. I got it connected, so in case I need double screen, because YouTube TV will give you four of them, and then I use my phone, and my phone can do a 4 split TV on YouTube.
That's 4.
Now my YouTube TV days are almost over. Randy called it quits. I had it for the NFL Network. March 31st is my last day. Ain't nothing on there that ain't on DirecTV. And so I gotta let it go until next time. But I'm gonna wear that whole out until the 31st.
It's so hard to say goodbye
Like
to yesterday. Oh, go ahead.
But I got too many discounts and stuff chimed together with DirecTV and AT&T. So hey, you gotta listen to the woman of the house, and I ain't that. Okay, it ain't me. Okay, let me tell y'all that right now. But
listen, I have AT&T myself, not the DirecTV. I'm the old school. I got the Uverse. They trying to get me the Direct Universe, but I stayed the old school at that.
They took my Uverse. They took my Uverse when I bought the house. And we built it. It wasn't nothing out here but us. No land. It wasn't no cables in the ground, so we couldn't have it. I had to get a satellite. So nothing I could do, and I just stuck with it. But anywho,
Rashid, she is back.
What's up, Rashid? I'm checking everywhere. I do not want to miss nobody from whatever platform you are on. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Rashid. Come on in the building.
March Madness is crazy.
It is crazy this year. It's going to be, man, listen. This is crazy. We're about to get into it, Rishi. Get your people in here. Thank you for joining over there on YouTube. I tell you,
welcome back.
In the building. But let's get to Wednesday. I got to start at the tippy. We're going to get to the women, too. We got them both. This is a March Madness hour. So, I told you Miami, Ohio was completely disrespected and ended up having to play SMU in a playing game and took care of them 89-79. What you feel about that first game? We ain't gonna get to that second one in a minute.
Okay, well, I'm happy. Number one, because all those people say they didn't play anybody, including myself. They didn't really have any competitions, including myself. All of those wonderful things, and they made the tournament, which they deserve because no other team did what they did with 31 games in a row. Nobody else in the country, and it's hard to do because nobody else did it. And
Thank you.
So anybody else
G1, 2, and 3. Look.
Nobody else did it. And then they came up against an SMU team who, again, as we mentioned quickly, kind of in the back of our minds and hearts because they're home. They're home team for us. They're right here up the street.
Right here.
But Miami, Ohio did what they supposed to do. They showed that they belong in this tournament. They showed it was not a fluke. They played an ACC team who made the tournament, and they beat them. So congratulations to the Red Hawks. And it wasn't close. It wasn't one of them games that it was like, oh my God, nail biter, we almost won. They beat them. They beat them well, and they showed that it's deserved. So congratulations to them.
They did. They definitely did. Oh, nephew in the building. I should have known your ass was gonna come up in this hole soon as Carolina fucking lost. You know what, Jamal? Ain't no love.
It's family. Family do you the worst. Family do you the worst, man. It's a great thing.
Oh man, you could have texted me, homie. Nah, what's up, nephew? This is my blood nephew. This is my nephew, and y'all ladies don't be looking at him. He married, and his wife is smart. She's a Carolina fan and a grad. But welcome in the building. Kiss my nephews for me. Thank you, love, for coming in. P. Coulter, morning. Stop the Michigan hate fair. I'm always gonna hate. That's what I do. So I was put here for. You know I love you. I know you do. I know you do. Hell no, Duke is out of here. I'm trying to tell you. Jamie, stick around. They should have lost to Siena. When I tell y'all, I text Paul the extra point, my knees was ashy. I was on my knees praying to Jesus and 4 more white people. Please. Let them loose. But you know what? My mama and my church taught me all these years. He may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And I think it's gonna be the day. The Lord gonna show up. The day. Okay, Duke. The day, Duke.
It's gonna be the day, or maybe the day when it comes to Michigan. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the D's or the M's. We don't know which one we're gonna do, but somebody gonna take that L. Either the D or the M gonna take an L. We're gonna have the alphabets in this day, in this joint.
Good morning, Tito.
What up, P? What up, Mr. Coulter?
Nah, FOMO. FOMO.
That was Jesus. That was John Lennon up there. All the ones we respect. Abraham Lincoln, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Just FOMO. Just come on, give me FOMO. But you know what I'm saying? They took care of business, but I do still. Still not happening. Paul, let it go. I wish you was up here. I should have invited your ass over. Prairie View. Yo, my HBCUs, they stood 10 toes down this year. I don't give a damn. They said 10 toes down. Prairie View beat Lehigh 67-55. Prairie View had a really good team. The hell, they might have should have went undefeated in the swag.
Prairie View been doing their thing down there recently. Of course, they played for the national championship against South Carolina State in football. They made this tournament in basketball. Prairie View is putting out a hell of a program down there. So congratulations to them, and they did pick a victory. But in that other victory you want to make HBCU, Howard won too. Howard won their first round game, so they are representing now. They're playing Goliaths. I mean, it's for real. These are Davids who really don't have a shot later on in the tournament. But when you put them up in that first round and they get a chance to play and they get a chance to show what they want to do, they have been doing that. So congratulations to all the HBCUs who made the tournament, won, and who are winning at least one game of getting the next round. Exactly. Congratulations.
Because Howard did beat UMBC 86-83. It was a really good game. Howard is 24-10. It's 25-10 now. Well, 25-11 at this point. But I digress. NC State caught an L2 from Texas. I really thought NC State would pull that one out, but they didn't. So kudos to a good season. Y'all coming on back through. Y'all got to rebuild. You got to rebuild.
Listen, anytime you want to put that SEC versus ACC up, you know what I was going to go with. I hate Texas with everything that owns me.
Everything.
But I have to go with the SEC family. So congratulations, Texas. And Texas is doing something they always know they seem to do. Oh gosh.
He said, how had you put a lot to the bottom of a spoon? Look, kick that narcotic, man.
It be calling me.
It be calling me. Calling me.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, Paul, but you made it through. You made it through. Speaking of that, Howard, Michigan went ahead and took care of Howard yesterday.
Second round.
You know what? Howard dropped 80. Fuck what you talk about. Okay. Howard dropped 80. So I'm good with it. I think they represented HBCUs well. They played against Michigan, but yeah, he was scared Michigan. I think he said earlier that had been a bigger loss if Howard had to beat Michigan in basketball opposed to Appalachian State beating them in football a few years back.
I don't know. I keep reveling in that wonderful Appalachian State because they beat them in the big house. They beat them in their house. See, this would have just been a tournament, and this is a one and done shot. Anything could happen in this tournament. Anything that be blah blah blah. But I am going to say it wouldn't have been as big. But I'm excited about the matchup with Michigan today because they play Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Cream, Cream, that white boy from if you ever pay attention to the nickname that young boy there, his name Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar.
We're gonna see how it works. Hey Mama Thompson in the building. Thank you.
Hey Mama.
And I love your support. I appreciate you.
I saw my mama this morning. She made me help her with some groceries. Milk Chamberlain. Exactly, Paul. I love that dude's nicknames. Milk Chamberlain, Cream, Cream, Abdul-Jabbar. He has the greatest nicknames. Oh, if you don't know Robbie Wave or Rob Wave or Robavella is his real name who played for St. Louis, you gotta watch him play. Big 6'9", 6'10" white dude with goggles. Oh. You gotta watch the dude play. I'm telling you, he looked like Nokic. He played like Nokic down in Denver. He just slow, but you can't do nothing with him. I don't know what you do.
Paul, you own one today. And I know you love college basketball. Come on up. You got the link, man. Bring your ass on up. You want to come on up. Come on and chop it up because we about to go through these. That's what we about to do. Now, Jamie Durr, Sienna. What the hell, man? Like, really? Really? Y'all wanted to nail bite this shit? Boozer looked like he was losing down there, okay? Crying and shit, voting on every call if he was touched. Not when his I think his curls went straight in his head. Okay, they was getting him down there for a little bit. The 71-65, they pulled it out. But like I said, I prayed very hard, but it just didn't happen.
What I'm impressed about, and what I couldn't figure out, Duke did not know, is Caden came in and saved their butt. He's sitting on the bench. He's sitting there on the bench.
That they don't think is good.
Exactly. The one who's not supposed to be as good came in and saved their butt lash. And I don't understand, if you got one down low and his brother who's played with him all his life, why don't y'all have both of those boys played? Because they have a unique connection that nobody has. That's the South Carolina thing when we got Raven and Tatayo, or whatever her name is right now. I can't do it. But they've been playing together since middle school and high school. There's a connection there. These boys playing together all their life. And y'all had to wait for an injury to get this dude on the court for him to start playing. So that even tells me to go ahead.
He looked brownish. I'm not even gonna lie. When that dude was going to the hole, he didn't care. He was at the red. He really looked LeBronish to me. And that's just how he was driving to the hole, and he didn't give a shit. He was coming. He was going up. He was fouling me. He was going to get dunked on. He was doing something and one. I was very impressed with Boozer number 2. But they should have been using him all season. I don't understand. What Jamie said, shit happens. We did what we had to do.
True. You did. That is absolutely true.
You hit it on the head. That was our ass if he ain't show up. It was.
He came in and showed up. So,
and hopefully y'all give him respect and keep putting his ass in. Don't put him back on the bench, man. That's stupid.
Well, the truth is, he's going to be, regardless what happens in this tournament, he's coming back next year. His brother probably going pro, but he's coming back next year. So you get a chance to see what he really does. And, Duke is Duke. But yes, I had one hand up and one knee down because I had to keep the hand up because I couldn't get back up if I stayed on both knees. I had to get something to hold on to. But good game. They came back. Sienna did the best they can do. Congratulations, Duke. Now you're on to the next. All you got to do is survive and advance. That's all you need to do.
On to the next. Houston, my Cougars, they went ahead and handily took care of Idaho. Wasn't no problems there. 78-47. Ain't no biggie. Ain't going to talk about that. Michigan State 92-67 over North Dakota State. Guess they took care of that, Paul. They coming for y'all.
We want you. We want you.
Okay. They want that rematch. They coming for you. Illinois. Now that was just stupid. 105-70. I talk trash about Illinois this season. Now, God, dog.
And who did they beat before? For a moment of silence, who did they beat?
They ain't beat nobody. They beat Pennsylvania, not Penn State. Pennsylvania.
The University of Penn, the Quakers of University of Penn. Okay, well, yeah, I can't. Yeah, okay, move on.
Hey, moving on. Gonzaga. Hey, they had a tight one with Kennesaw State out of Georgia, 73-64. They came in and represented. Now Nebraska got the first win of the tourney against Troy.
Congratulations, Nebraska, for your first ever NCAA tournament win in the school's history.
How long they been in the Big Ten?
Yeah, but how long? See,
Pac-12. Shit. Did they miss them in the Pac-12?
This is our argument right here. They finally won one when the Big 78 had enough teams that they could push Nebraska up to get into a tournament and they could finally win. Now, if they only had the Big 10 and only 10 teams in there, or whatever conference they were in, they would have never made it because they only going to take 2-3. But now they got 78. They got to take 400 conference. And I'm making fun, but Nebraska was really good all year.
Yeah, they were.
They were really good, and they deserve it, and I'm so happy for them.
You're shocked on the first win, though. That's just crazy.
Listen, man, some teams take longer to produce. That's all it does.
I mean, clearly they ain't paying to play. I'll tell you that. What's up, Tasha? Tasha in the building, chopping in from across the pond. I appreciate you coming in the building today with us. What's up, it's Wack? I see you over there.
I don't know how I feel about Tasha being here. The last time I even
communicate.
Even the last time I communicated with Tasha attacked me about my team when I just said one thing that was on their podcast. I didn't even say nothing to her since. I got quiet after that. She just hurt me, and I didn't even say nothing. So I don't know how I feel, but it's funny to hear the stats that football schools doing things on the court. Come on, Huskies.
Really? Tasha, when you become a Husky fan?
No, even worse. When's the last time the Huskies was a football team? Let's talk about that. When was the last time they were a football school? That's what I would have.
I'm gonna sip my damn tea on that shit.
I'm not choosing violence. I just said the last time we communicated, she jumped down my throat. I didn't say a word to her. That's all. I'm just defending my pride and my feelings of a hurt. That's all. Because there's nothing but love there. That's all it is.
Y'all will be all right. What's up, Jolie? I appreciate you coming in the building. Hey, sis over on TikTok. Thank you, love, for coming in with me. Now, Arkansas beat Hawaii. Thank you for my t-shirt. I even wore that whole the other day while they was playing. I did. I ain't had no other time to wear it. TT brought me a Hawaii shirt, a University of Hawaii shirt back from Hawaii earlier last year. So I finally was able to wear it besides just a t-shirt I wear around the house. Yeah. It meant something that day, but they got their ass whooped by Arkansas. Okay, the good SEC champions.
Arkansas is an exciting team. Arkansas, you got me saying Arkansas. Got me saying Arkansas. Arkansas got me saying it's an exciting team. I love the way they play. I love Acuff and what he does on the court. That freshman, like I said, he's a top 3 pick. Reminds what it says with the Rose kid, Derrick Rose. That's who they compare him to on the court. As long as he don't get injured, he that means he'll be a superstar. But I want to see what they can do in this tournament.
I think they're gonna do some good stuff. We're gonna see. Now we're about to see who they matched up with today, and we'll be able to tell that. But you already know. I went crazy. I was all on TikTok. I was on Facebook. I was on anything I could go live the fuck on to represent High Point University. I was so excited about them. High Point University beat Wisconsin, but honestly, a 12-5 seed is the most upsetted seed in NCAA history. So that 12-5 is bad. You don't want to get that, but they handily took down. I handled it 83-82. Took down Wisconsin, number 99. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 99.
Listen, congratulations at High Point. That was a great game. I don't know if I like the team, but I love the coach. That coach has some energy.
This is his first year. You know that. This is first year.
This dude has energy. Look like he's about to rip off his suit and want to get on the court and fight somebody. I love that. And
he wasn't even happy. He's ready for the next game. Next game. Like he can win all this shit. I
love that mid-major energy. And what he just did is set himself up for a big-time program, big job, because now his spotlight's on it. He has proven he can win.
He can't leave.
Oh, he gonna leave.
They went. Look, High Point came last year, and guess what? Their coach got taken. Somebody jacked him up. Now they got a new coach, and he went right back. So no, they gotta at least keep somebody. A couple.
If you win, the spotlight's on you. If you're a star, which he's becoming, spotlights. And if they win another game, he's gone. He may be the new head coach of North Carolina. Keep playing with y'all.
I would please and thank y'all. Take it. Great show as always. About to head to Britain's ball game. Y'all be good luck. Hey, I'll be on there to look and see what videos you put out. Let's go, Britain, my little great nephew. Y'all wish him luck out there. He probably, what season is it? He's probably playing soccer. I don't know. He plays everything and he's good. So shout out to my nephew, Britain Amir, today on his game. My babies. Oh, I love my family. Let's see. Where are we at? But High Point, shout out to y'all. Let's keep it moving. I think they're playing in Arkansas today. Tonight. They get the night game. I'm ready.
Prime time.
8 something. But we'll see it in a minute. They got the prime time game tonight. Vanderbilt beat McNeese. It was a really good game, boy. I thought McNeese was doing it. McNeese has upset a few people. They've been a Cinderella before.
They have made a run a few times. You're correct. So
they definitely have. What do you think about that Louisville and South Florida game?
Louisville pulled it out.
No, they pulled it out. I didn't think they would.
They pulled it out on them. But like I said, I think Louisville is one of those sleeper teams in this tournament that people are like, okay, there's Louisville named by the name.
Do they play to their ability? Because I've seen them play a lot better this year. I was kind of disappointed, but I think they play to their level of competition.
Spotlight is on it. Well, it's going to matter today. It's going to matter today when they got to play Michigan State. You sit there and play around if you want to. So if you're playing up to the level of competition, then you're going to better step your little game up today because Michigan State is going to be ready to play. I think that game is, at 2:45 this afternoon? So that's going to be a very good Louisville and Michigan. And there's a history in the tournament with them two teams played each other. There's a back and forth history of that. So Louisville beat South Florida. And South Florida had a pretty good season. Well, anybody who made the tournament had a good season. I can't just not going to pick it up. They had a good season. So congratulations.
Welcome in. And you know what? I gotta take a pause for the call. Somebody last night argued me down and said that they didn't feel like they don't like the NCAA. They don't like March Madness. They don't feel as though they should let in mid-major teams just because you won your conference. You shouldn't get in. I'm like, well, who would you rather see? It was a great debate. You know what I mean? Who would you rather see? You rather see South Carolina? No pun. Out of the SEC, who didn't have good see, or would you rather see Wake Forest? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to see? You rather just throw big name schools in just because of their name? Now we can do that in football. We don't want to see James Madison in the college, in college football. We don't. So it's completely opposite. But that's what March Madness is made of. These small mid-major teams who don't get to play the other in the heart of a champion and coming in and beating them. Be different if they never won. But I did have some people debating that they don't like March Madness simply because they feel like these smaller teams should not be in it. Just throw some other big school names in. We just want big school names.
Okay, this is my argument for that on a quick note because I don't know. I think we're going off a little bit because
just
this one but I love this thing. Why wouldn't a mid-major not be in there? Because these big teams decide during the season that we're scared to play them because we may lose to these mid-major squads.
Thank you.
So why? Why don't? Okay, if you don't want them in there, what makes them mid-major? You know what? Because y'all won't play them. They play in these smaller conferences because you won't play them. There's 758 conferences, and all of them in the Big Ten. I mean, it's teams, all of them in the Big Ten, 758 of them. Why won't you play in Miami, Ohio? Why won't you play in Akron? Why won't you play in VCU? Do play them during the season, so they wouldn't be mid-majors. They would just be teams you play during the season. You don't do it. So these teams play against teams of their liking. Conference who are just like them, and then they get a chance against the bigger dogs. See, y'all just mad because some people, I don't know, they're mad because
there's no revenue though. But there's no revenue if they play them.
There is revenue. Okay, what's the revenue between Wake Forest versus Syracuse this year? What's the revenue of that? So what's the revenue of South Carolina playing Mississippi State because we're in the same conference? Nobody watched the games. So, but would you? But would you watch if you saw Miami, Ohio, where it was 20-0 playing against, let's say, Duke? You would watch that game because you want to see what this Miami, Ohio team is about. Well, this is what the tournament is. Get these teams in who win their conference, and they get to play against teams who won their conference, were really good, and see what they can do. I don't think anybody was complaining a few years back when Butler took Duke to the championship game and almost beat them. Wasn't complain about that.
They clearly, some people can't appreciate March Madness, and that's what it's for. If they took them out, we wouldn't watch March Madness. Let's say that. Took them out, it's over. March Madness is over. So that's what I say. But I had to throw that out there. That question.
But think about it. If you take them out, then all we doing is watching conference basketball that we've watched all year. The same teams we played, the exact same teams that we've already seen all year.
So yeah, but that was an argument that was fought very hardly. As much as I hate them, Izzo be having them boys ready. Michigan State. Yeah, they're gonna always be ready. What we got over here in this chat? I love upset. I think he's in. I love upsets, but only for a game or two. I want to see the best team in the Sweet 16 and beyond. Yeah.
Well, there is the best team because if they upset you, they were a better team than you were. So we are seeing the best teams because you can't win. If you're the best, you're going to win when you win. It's supposed to win. That's what the definition of that is. No, we didn't. We didn't complain because the only reason we complained because nobody wanted to see Duke again. I'm trying to see Duke. We wanted to see what Butler can do.
We was there for Butler. We was over Butler with fucking win. That's why we was watching it.
You know what I'm saying? We tired of Duke. That's what it was. Tennessee put them in their place. Yes, they did. Tennessee did put Miami of Ohio in their place. You are correct. So, but okay. So that makes Tennessee a better team that goes to the next round.
Hell no.
And then they lose to whoever by 40 because Tennessee been inconsistent all year. We don't know what's going to happen here. But as a TSU alum, support the message though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what he did. I'm gonna do what he did. But the heartbreak for me was VCU took care of Carolina. And like you said, people don't want to play people during the season. Well, Carolina has been beat by VCU in regular season before. in recent years. Okay, they will schedule those teams around in the surrounding states. I guess you would say you might see a VCU or Virginia, certain scene Bradford come down and play. They'll play Elon and High Point. They will play High Point. They do play those teams. We used to wait on those games at the Coliseum. Shit, but I don't know why. I think my heart made me go with Carolina, but internally I knew they was going to lose. I had a feeling, and they took them down. So my question, I'll ask it in a little bit. I'm ready for Herbert to be gone, but that's just
I'm gonna say this. All week they were talking about VCU was probably the upset at North Carolina, and there was legitimate reasons why they could have been upset because we all knew that North Carolina wasn't as good once Caleb Wilson left. Got hurt. We all knew that, but there was no reason North Carolina should have lost that game. They were up by 19 at some point. They were up. That game should have been over, but then they weren't. Then that one dude started going off. But
down. They came down 17 points.
So, but like I said, but it happens in the tournament. And I thought this was what I call the betting game because the line was 2.5 the whole time. The line was 2.5 the whole time, and the final was 3 points. So this was the betting game the whole time. Now, let's talk about this. Missed tournament for the first time, 3 times in 18 seasons and 3 times in 5 seasons. Now, this is a tough one because I love Hubert Davis. I am a Hubert Davis fan. I remember when he was in college because we're the same age, damn it. But what I will say is this. Hubert is dealing with a different environment than Roy did. When Roy was coaching, North Carolina was a destination. Duke was a destination. Kansas is a destination. Kentucky is a destination. Those were that. Now we're in the NIL scenario that I'm going to pay you so much money to go such and such and such. And it's harder because even there's new dudes like, I want to go to Carolina, but Florida just offered me $5 million. My dream school is Carolina, but Louisville just offered me $4 million. So my thing is this is a tougher environment, but we also know that Hubert is recruiting. Hubert got Wilson. He got one of the top 3-4 players coming in next year. The problem is everybody's leading on his first year. He took him to the championship game. The first year. Now that we knew that was Roy's players. Though we knew that was Roy's players. He did, but he took him to the championship game. He had to coach them, and he got him there. He's had a couple of rough seasons, but he's trying to build the program. One year, he didn't even take the NIT bid. And the next year, they lost in the Sweet 16. And the next, it's just the downward cycle of how college basketball is. That's all it is. But Carolina has a mystique. We just don't do this. But the problem is, if you want to mystique this and compare it, we're going to say compared to Duke, here's the issue. Has Duke been a recruiting better, or does the sons of former Duke players decide to go to Duke? Okay, so you take the Bulls and do that, and then Duke recruit better than North Carolina. No, I think they're the same team. But you just happen in this stance this year right now. You got the Boozer boys who daddy went to Duke. Okay, so Vince Carter need to have a son to go to North Carolina. We need Kenny Smith's son need to come to North Carolina. We need to get because this is what it's going to coming down to. But I give him another year or so, last year the contract, and see what happens. And plus, if you fire him, do you stay in the Carolina family or do you finally go outside of the Carolina family and hire somebody? I'm going to ask you that question.
I think staying in the family has done us well because you got to think when Roy first came, it was some troubled times. I think it's right 3 times out was when he first came, and we wanted Roy out. We're like, God, fucking up came in from Kansas, I can't do what we need, and then he turned it around. He had to get his own recruiting class. He had to do all of that, but Hubert, he's out of Roy's recruiting class. Like, I'm not understanding some of the calls he's made, some of the non-calls he's made, decisioning-wise. But we just can't do this. So we can take him next year, but when we don't make this playoff, we don't make the March Madness, or we get out one and done, like what we doing? I don't know. I think it's my heart that's saying, get him out of here.
But remember, before Roy came, they had former player Matt Doherty, who had him 8 and whatever. Then Roy came, stayed in the family, and he was successful. And now we got Hubert right after Roy. I think it's a lot of people out there.
We gotta wait it out, I guess. So right.
But let's read over here what they say. Paul, you know what happened. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that. Hubert needs to go. Wasn't fond about the idea of hiring him in that press conference. Listen, the press conference was horrible. I agree. He doesn't get credit. He does get credit for coach. He does get credit for coaching those boys. I'm gonna give him credit because he had to do with that love dude and the other dude who was dating the same basketball chick and had to get their heads together to keep them playing together. There's a lot of things that coach. Listen, the boy
she
can
left
coach.
them all.
She left them both. You know what I'm saying? The boy can coach. Now he's a younger coach in the sense that he didn't have much of a history of head coach, but he can coach. So I like him. I think it's just one of those little blips on the screen that's going to turn it around and flip it.
But Roy was coming from a winning at Kansas, and he learned from the best.
No question. But there's not too many D. Smith people left, unless they played for D. Smith. The only ones left are the ones who last couple played for D. Smith, and Hubert played for Dean. So
you got to think between him and Mike Krzyzewski, the coaching wars is to be debated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what I'll say. Y'all don't give old racist dude credit for coaching Dungy boys in Tampa.
No, because they fired Dungy over that. That's the difference. They fired Dungy and gave this dude a job. Roy retired again. There's a difference. They fired Dungy because Dungy wasn't getting it done. But those are his boys. Exactly. That's a difference in that concept, man.
That's a big ass difference. But last of the 64 games that was on 64 teams rather. Texas beat BYU. I gotta say something because I hate BYU, so I'm so fucking glad it's over. I'm just glad it's over. I even had something for that little boy. I'm glad it's over. Here you go. He talking about some this shit right here. Talking about he had made a decision. Yeah, I think he said that he was gonna ask his mama and whatever his mama say. Well, guess what? This is what I hope your mama say. Transfer portal, bitch. Don't bring your ass out. Go somewhere you were supposed to be and quit chasing the bag. You got the bag. You'll get it again. You ain't ready for the league, and you were trash at BYU. Go somewhere reputable and get your stock the fuck back up. I believe in the kid, but BYU wasn't it. So, damn a decision. Get your ass in the portal.
Number one.
And I land my plane.
Number one, his mama gonna say you making as much money now as you decide if you go to pro next year. The only difference is if you decide you want to, actually pick up a book or pick up another wife.
You look dumb as shit, don't it? You look dumb as hell.
Either pick up a book or pick up another wife at BYU. I don't know. But like I said, he's going to be the number one pick in the draft. So it's just a matter of, do you want to stay in college and love the college life for one more year? Or do you want to go pro and figure out what the pro life? Yeah, if he's going to stay if it's BYU or nothing, then go pro.
Okay. Do you think he would work out better if he transferred? Get him another year?
But my thing about it, if he transferred to get him another year for what? Because you've done everything you could do possibly in college, and all you're doing is going for another bag. So if it's all about the bag, go pro right now. Because you're gonna be the number one pick. So any money you make in college, you're gonna make in pro right now as a number one pick.
I know he has the capability. He's ready for the NBA body wise. I guess he has a skill. I just don't think he played the level of competition to get him that little middle ground he needs to catapult him on over. It's a big difference from fucking high school to the NBA. It's a big difference from high school to college. You know what I mean? And I don't think his level of competition is putting him where he needs to be, where they're going to project him to be. He's supposed to be at the top of the NBA, the rookie class. But when you ain't even play the top of the goddamn NCAA, what you supposed to do? And you didn't do well when you did play them.
This is basketball, and skills are transformed. This is the equivalent of the dude leaving straight from high school and going pro. He just got that 1 year in between. It is the same thing. Him, Peterson in Kansas, Mr. Wilson in North Carolina, who only played half the season. These are the top three players in the draft. And then you got Boozer if he decides. Now, he's the decision maker. Do you need to go pro? No, your daddy got money. Do you enjoy Duke enough you want to stay another year with your brother? Or do you want to go pro because that's your dream? Now, that's a decision to make. Right there.
He could care about education and want to knock 2 years out.
The only
dummies don't go to Duke. Dummies don't go to Duke, okay?
I agree, but those same dummies, those Duke dummies who don't go, don't stay either. The ones who the ones who gonna have that basketball career do not stay at Duke either. Look at Zion. You think Zion got to Duke, but you look how smart he's been in the league. Apparently, there's been some dummies that go to Duke. Look at that one. You know what I'm saying? You should have stayed. But I'm gonna say this: go pro. Unless you love the life of BYU. Now, if there's something at BYU that you love, then you stay in college. Because I've never been there. I don't understand the concept of even going there. But there's a reason you went there first time. If you love it, stay. If you don't love BYU, don't go nowhere else. Just go pro.
Right. That's pretty much where I'm at with it as well. But wrapping it up, Texas A&M went in and took care of St. Mary, 63-50. TCU beat Ohio State. 66-64. I guess that was an upset. 9-8 seed.
Yeah, it's the same team. They're the same team.
I felt bad because that was who Ohio State that was. Who that guard was?
Thornton. Thornton, who's been there for 75 years and the leading scorer in the history of Ohio. He's been there for 75 years, man. I'm just saying.
But I felt bad for them. That was a hard fought game. It was, they laid it on the line. St. Louis, them Billikens we've been laughing at all year. 102-77, bitch. Why you playing? And I tell you right now, I'm putting my money on them Billikens. I am that smiley face, crazy looking damn little animal. I am putting my money on them over Michigan today.
Milk Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I need a t-shirt. I'm gonna need a t-shirt. Milk Chamberlain and Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. I want to see what Michigan do to him. Try to speed him up because you can't slow him down because he ain't fast whatsoever. But I'm loving that game. I want to see it, and I know those Michigan fans will probably be stressing for a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens if they pull it out. I'm not going either here or there, but I'm gonna watch the game. Oh, I'm watching
exactly, and I really do think Thursday was better than Friday. It was more upsets Thursday, so that's just my opinion.
I didn't even look at Friday. Friday was
I didn't either. I was in and out. But just to run through the scores, we ain't about to do all that. Arizona 92 over Long Island 58. Florida 114 over 55 over Prairie View. They did not have to do them that way. Iowa State beat Tennessee State 108-74. They represented. I'm telling you, when they dropped that 60 or more on a number 2, come on.
You did your thing.
Shit.
You did your thing.
But I'm gonna tell you what, right now, I gotta take a pause. Purdue and Queen's University.
Take a moment to represent the Royals. The Royals.
Man, listen, if y'all know about Queen's University, me and him do. They're in Charlotte. We remember them as Queen's College. Mm-hmm. Their gym is smaller than most high school gyms. Like no cap. That's literally smaller than most high school gyms. But we been there packed hot. I don't know why I've been there for whatever reason. I think I might have went to a probate there or something. I don't really know. But Queens was always a college. They just got what? They were just eligible for NCAA.
This year, first year.
They actually changed to university from college. They did get beat 104-71. But when I say they represented and they finally got a fucking mascot. That's how new they are to this shit. They've been in Charlotte a long time, but it was Queens College. But as a university, they just got their dog. They announced it yesterday. I had to highlight them because y'all wouldn't have never known. Queens College is on the Queens University. I can't even call them university. Queens University is on the map with the bully, the street dog. Who came the fuck up with that? TT.
Listen, first, you know why it's going to be Queens College to you? Because it's the QC, the Queen City. It's always going to be Charlotte. It ain't going to be QU. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And listen, up until as you know, we both know. I didn't know they had a nickname of the Royals. I didn't know. I thought it was just Queen College. I didn't know they had a mascot, a nickname.
They didn't have, but they had a nickname. They did not have a mascot.
I didn't have a nickname, and now they come up with the dog as
it's a German Shepherd.
Listen, congratulations on moving into the tournament, moving up a level. Congratulations, getting a new name. Congratulations, getting the mascot. Congratulations. But I still want one of those QC shirts. I got to go back. It's like my history of South Carolina State College, not South Carolina State University.
Right.
It was SC when we was growing up. We wanted to represent. So I understand. Congratulations and good show. And the first year, impressive.
They did a thing, and UConn and Furman. UConn Had a little time with Furman and Paladins or whatever.
But that was a good game. Like, I watched that last night, and them Paladins was playing some ball. But that dude from UConn, what he had 29 points and 27 rebounds. Reed, oh my God, he was killing them down. They could not get
actually. He had 30. He had 30.
He had 30 points and 27 rebounds.
Yes, and they ran out of time because he would have had more. And honestly, Furman lost this game at the. I ain't gonna say at the free throw line. They lost it on rebounds in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah,
like a minute and 30 without the ball.
Yeah, they had 4 rebounds in a row. They could not do anything, and I'm sitting there like, y'all got it.
They was down by 3, and they was only down by 2 or 3. So it was a game until 4 offensive rebounds.
Foul him. I'm like, foul this dude. Get on the free throw and try to get the ball back or something. Because y'all
didn't see his free throws. He was at the damn free throw.
Well, at least you get the ball back and try to, because every time he rebound the ball, you were just like standing there like, there's 4 Furman people, and that dude get the ball and throw it out. Get the ball,
he
throw it out.
He did with 31 and 27, but I do want to shout out A. Wilkins, Furman's little freshman guard.
Mm-hmm. He won't be at Furman next year.
That boy playing in the league. That boy deserves the league. He needs to transfer. This is where this shit come into play. Get in that portal. That boy deserves this. That boy is that boy bad, and he's a rookie. And I think he was nominated for like a mid major player of the year as a rookie. So yeah, Furman, that little dude, he won't be playing for Furman next year.
Nope. No, he be at North Carolina or South Carolina, or he will be at a division. He'll be at a Division I school next year because they're gonna offer him the bag, and he gonna leave Furman and be like, I appreciate it, and I'm out. So
he deserve it. Virginia took care of Wright State 82-73. Alabama took care of Hofstra 90-70. Kansas beat up California Baptist 8-60. And Texas Tech beat Akron 91-71. St. Johnny's 79-53. I think a lot of people got them going all the way. Tennessee went in and took care of Miami. Ohio, sad loss, felt bad, but they had a great run. Kudos to them. Kentucky, Santa Clara. Kentucky won. UCLA beat up on UCF. Miami took care of Missouri. Utah State took care of Villanova. And Clemson caught an L to Iowa last night.
Let's take a moment of silence for all college basketball teams in the state of South Carolina. There's no more left in the tournament. We lost Furman and Clemson our last 2. Sorry. Let's move
Ohio's out too. Ohio's whole state out. Akron, Ohio State. Miami, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio's out too. Yeah.
So I represent Ohio and South Carolina. We don't have any teams left in the tournament. So that's all.
And then there was 32.
And then there was. Now, we didn't talk about that Santa Clara Kentucky game. Now
I said it. We didn't talk about it, but go ahead.
But that was a great game, boy. Listen, Santa Clara got hosed because that coach did try to call a timeout. They did get hosed on now. They didn't give him the timeout, but the dude went down and hit that bank 3 shot that nobody should hit. But that's March Madness. Great game, Kentucky.
Three. Overtime. I'm like, oh my God. So, I think I text y'all like, are y'all watching this game?
He's like, yeah. We like, I know LeBron said, yeah, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm probably like, oh, I'm like, this is what I'm seeing. Going on? But I picked Santa Clara to win that one anyway, so I guess I'm out of this bracket scenario. So it's done.
Well, yeah, you did good on that one because I tell you what. But I tell you what, day one, just day one. Let's rank this by category: best, worst. Troy, Illinois had the offense. UH had the defense. Billikens got the coach. MVP went to, who was that, VCU?
Yeah, that dude from VCU was balling against Carolina.
17 down. Fan fave. Y'all already know everybody love number 99. And the upset of the series so far, March Madness is HBU. The A10 conference.
Playing some ball.
Do they got the most still in or something?
Listen, they playing some ball in there. VCU's in the A10. Who else is? I got to see who other teams are in there. So yeah, they're balling.
VCU comeback. Yeah, Wisconsin was a bust, and yeah, we did the best game at High Point, Wisconsin. I told you, Texas riser. I don't understand that.
Here's a secret sauce. we talk about the first four in tournament, the first, it's been a couple of times in this tournament that somebody who played in that very first game has made a run all the way through the Sweet 16 and further.
Yeah.
And guess who it is this year? So far, it's Texas, who's won 2 games already and 1 game from the Sweet 16. So that's how they rise. And when they barely made it into the tournament and they made this run. So
that makes sense. All right. And the scare, y'all was scared. Y'all was real scared. You looking like Paul over there with a lighter with a spoon. And see, Anna, boy, that was a story. I just really wish. But that wraps up our day 1. Now, day 1, day 2, like I said, was not the best for me. But it was all right. It was all right. Let's see what we got here. Then we went through some of it. Oh! Yes, we do got to sit your ass down moment.
I'm going to sit back. I'll let you have this one. Tell me about it.
We haven't sit your damn ass down. Left-handed. These folk out here wanting these left-handed cigarettes. I mean, what are we doing? Now Alabama ain't got the guard. He ain't coming back. Court documents reveal Alabama guard Aiden Holloway had marijuana hidden in a backpack, suitcase, and other places in his residence. And this is when he's out of town. He took this shit with him, didn't he?
No. He was coming back into town. He had that stuff in the spot, in the place, because he couldn't travel with it because they'd have found it if he traveled with it. This was in the place. But the thing is, who let somebody know that it was in the place? He pissed somebody off that didn't sell some weed to somebody.
Maybe they could smell it. He might have that thing out.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to report this dude, but to be reported, that must mean he must have been out, and I'm not saying this is true. He must have been selling. He must have been the source that he can get across his campus and made somebody mad, because how did they know to go to his place to find and then look for the 2.1 pounds of weed? And what he should have said is it's medical. You better have a card. If you had a card, say the doctor gave it to you.
Alabama ain't legal. Alabama is not legal. Okay, we're not doing this. It's THCA. I promise it's THCA. But yeah, he must have messed with somebody girl on campus. He did something.
He pissed somebody off.
But it's a wrap for him. His career. He's not even gonna be on this campus long. On
a side note, I was reading something because we mentioned earlier about Hubert Davis getting fired, and one of the leading candidates, if that was Nate Oates of Alabama. Maybe a possibility because he has led this team to different things in the last couple of years. But he also has this dude who get arrested for weed, Brandon Miller, who's in the car with the gun when the boy shot somebody else. Okay, are you handling your program, or you just don't know? And if that's the case, North Carolina, why would you want him? Because if he's not handling it, or he turning his blind eye to what your players are doing.
Exactly. What you want? I think he's turning a blind eye. He probably the weed man. He just getting busted.
The coach is probably getting something from him too, and just the dog. As long as you don't get caught, don't do no stupid.
Yeah, he's supplying everybody. But wrapping it on up, we got today's games on. I think it's about 8-9 games or so we got going over in the building today. So yeah, I think one just started. If they may have. I'm not sure. A little late.
Well, the first game of the day is the one we're excited to watch: the Billikens versus the Michigan Wolverines. We're going to watch that at 12. We got Houston and Texas A&M, the Battle of Texas. Both teams right there. That's going to be interesting. Vandy versus Nebraska. The game of the day, what looks like Louisville versus Michigan State. I'm not going to watch Texas and Gonzaga. It looks like a little boring to me. I can't even handle that. Oh, sorry. The big game of the day: High Point versus Arkansas or Arkansas. No disrespect.
Y'all see me screaming at 9 o'clock tonight. Y'all jump on, goddamn! I'm telling you.
TCU at Duke and VCU. How many CUs are there? And VCU at Illinois. So we got Texas Christian and Virginia Commonwealth. So the C's stand for something different depending on what part of the country you're in.
Right. Well, the Commonwealth don't care about all that other stuff, but. A lot of games today. Make sure you guys tap in. We will be, of course, we'll be on and off on TikTok. And then Tuesday, we're going to definitely wrap everything up from this 32 because we should have our Sweet 16 by the time we back up in here. Y'all chop it up. On the women's side, it actually, they have to stagger it a little bit. So we just really getting popping today, per se. But let's see. Wednesday. Nebraska, we had that play in. Nebraska beats Richmond, no biggie. Missouri State beat Stephen F. Austin. Shout out to Stephen F. Austin, one of my friends, Walter, her daughter. Arian, she is actually graduating this May from Stephen F. Austin. So just had to get that little shout out.
Represent.
Yes, sir. So Thursday, only 2 games we had on. Virginia took care of Arizona State, barely getting them 57-55. Southern, I told man this. We are representing HBCUs, women and men. Southern took care of Sanford 65-53 on Wednesday for their play-in game. So congrats out to the SWAC.
Hold on. Before you go any further,
ahead.
This is why everybody should love my coach. Everybody should love Dawn Staley. After Southern won, she went down to their locker room and gave them gifts, Louis Vuitton perfume, each and every player. I saw an interview. They said she
did that last year. She did that every year.
She introduced herself. I went to the locker room before the game, and they one of the players smelled and said, "Oh my God, you smell so good. What are you wearing?" And she told her what she was wearing. She's like, Dawn told them what I was wearing. Cool. But what happened was Dawn had a friend who works at the Louis Vuitton store who just sent her a shipment of samples of the perfume. So she's like, I'm never going to wear all this stuff. So after the game and they won, she gave them all the perfume after that, which was outstanding. Now, the problem is Southern got to play South Carolina today.
Well, she prepped them up a little bit. You have to make them feel a little good before you beat them down, belt to ass. Okay, she was cordial with it.
So she gave them a gift, and congratulations to Southern. Represent.
Gotcha. Well, yesterday they finally got started. Texas went in and took care of Missouri State 87-45. No problems there. Wasn't a lot of big headaches over here. Michigan took care of Holy Cross 83-48. Now LSU, they on a damn tear. 116-58 over Jacksonville. And when I say 7 players scored in double figures.
But this is what LSU does against inferior teams. But when they play better teams, you don't see that 116. You don't see that 100. You don't see that happening.
Nope, they can't drop them on the bully people.
But that Fort Wiley in this tournament, boy, that's going to be my spotlight to keep an eye on that monster because she's going to be a monster.
She got about 5-6 blocks this already this playoff. Like, what the hell is your guard do? Why do you have so many blocks? But LSU, they might want to watch out on that bracket. Now Duke took care of Charleston Southern. Was this their first time in?
University of Charleston, the Cougars. Not Charleston.
Sorry.
The Cougars. Charleston, the Cougars. Yes, this is the first year eligibility, first time in there. So congratulations to the Lady Cougars. And they had a set of twins that play for them, which I love. Sisters, some sisters, as we call them. And so congratulations to Charleston making the tournament. I know you had to run into that buzzsaw, but everybody does. Congratulations.
Hey, everybody did. You got your little money from making it to the NCAA. You good. Let's see. TCU went ham on US San Diego 86-40. And your girls, Olivia Miles, dropped 12, 16, and 14. Yes.
Triple double.
16 rebounds and 14 assists. So she didn't damn score it. She assisted on it. But she's been doing this all year.
Triple.
She's
this is what she does.
Doing this all year. She's been doing it all year.
This is why she left Notre Dame, because she is a point guard, and as long as they had Hidalgo, she couldn't show her skills.
Nope, she sure couldn't. That girl got game, like real talk. Carolina handily took care, unlike the men's team, took care of Western Illinois 82-51. Minnesota took care of Green Bay 75-58. No upsets. 89-59. Oklahoma took care of Idaho. Maryland took care of Murray State 99-67. Ole Miss. I'm really loving Ole Miss. 81-66 over Gonzaga. They're my little sleeper team. I don't know. I like Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is a great team versus teams that they don't play all the time. So when you got to play against a Texas or a South Carolina, they know your thing. But Ole Miss strives in this tournament because anybody who plays Ole Miss and have not played against that defense, oh my God, you're going to choke up, and Ole Miss chokes people up in that point. If you've never played them or don't play them often, This is when they get you. They just have a tougher time for people who know their game and know what to expect from them. And that's why the Texases and the Carolinas and all of those and the Vandies can prepare for it. But no other team can prepare for them because they play a hell of a defensive situation. I love them.
Yeah. So definitely over there. Michigan State took care of Colorado State. It was a close game. That 12-5 seed I told y'all about. 65-62. They narrowly made it out. Michigan State's still in there. Baylor took care of Nebraska. I think Nebraska women have been before, unlike the men. But yes. Baylor took them down 67-62. Washington beat up on South Dakota 72-54.
No upsets.
Almost for the calls.
No upsets. No upsets.
This wasn't an upset, but I was waiting for this loss so we can move on. NC State beat Tennessee 76-61. Can we get the coach out now? You ready? Y'all ready? Rocky Top. We're not gonna disrespect Pat Summitt's legacy like this.
Steady. Are you ready?
Her goofy ass. She's the goofiest coach, and then you're gonna fire Shay Ralph for her? The fuck? Man, listen. I'm over it. But anyway, I digress. Texas Tech took care of Villanova 57-52. And Oregon beat Virginia Tech 70-60. That was yesterday. Like I said, we didn't have too many upsets on the women's side at all. I would say per se, none. But today are the games. We have to stagger because of the men. But go ahead, TT. You got this. Go ahead. Welcome in, TikTok. I see y'all over there. Hey, Moochie.
Hold on. We get the glasses ready for this one because it's important. I gotta put the glasses on.
In the building.
All right. Let's old people put our glasses on. Let's see what we got.
That is reading glasses.
Ohio State playing now at 11:30. And I can't even see who that mascot is that they're playing against off the top of my head.
I'll look it up. Go ahead. Don't matter.
And then we have at 12, Louisville versus Vermont.
Oh, they're playing Howard.
Oh, that's the Bison. Yeah, they're playing them right now as at halftime. Notre Dame plays, who's the F team right there? I don't know that logo. Tell me that logo.
Notre Dame is playing Fairfield.
Okay, but let me go across. 1 o'clock, South Carolina plays Southern on ABC. 1:30, Georgia plays Virginia, which is going to be a very good game if you're not paying attention. We talked about Notre Dame and Fairfield. We got Kentucky versus JMU at 2:30. Alabama gets Rhode Island. Now, if you don't know Rhode Island, let me explain who Rhode Island is. Rhode Island is led by Miss Reese is the name of the head coach. She is the backcourt mate of Dawn Staley at the University of Virginia. They were backcourt mates. One was the point guard, one was the shooting guard, and she is the head coach of Rhode Island and got them in the tournament. So if you hadn't paid attention, see, I know my history, boy. I'll tell you. Plus, she was fine, too, back in the day. She was curly head. You didn't know what color she was. She was bronze. We can talk about that.
Kind of mulatto, was she?
Woo! But that was back in the day. Let's move on. Connecticut plays the Road Runners. Y'all love that. Now, big game in my region. Clemson versus Southern Cal. The winner can play South Carolina or Southern. Excuse me. Whoever wins that first game.
Okay.
Yes. Iowa versus who is that? PDU?
Farley Dickinson.
Farley Dickinson. I love
and
Farley.
They are 30-4. And they're 30-4. Don't sleep on this game.
No, don't sleep. West Virginia at Miami of Ohio. The women are still in. We got Iowa State versus the Cuse. Welcome back, Cuse. We got Vandy versus, is that High Point?
High Point University. Yeah, they running it out there. They running it.
High Point is everywhere.
I'm good, Zaid. Welcome in.
Oklahoma State versus Princeton. Y'all sleep on Princeton if you want to. I'm not hearing. Iowa versus Colorado. And UCLA versus, it doesn't really matter because nobody's in there.
That's region. Illinois. Illinois play Colorado.
Is that Illinois plays Colorado?
Illinois.
Yeah. Illinois play Colorado. And UCLA versus, it doesn't really matter who they play.
California Baptist.
Then they just lose in the men's side. So, if you hadn't paid attention, you know those games that we didn't really care about the men's side on Friday? There's not a game that you watch on the women's side that you won't enjoy.
Every last one of them. Somebody was debating me last night, said that UCLA is the best team in college basketball on the women's
Listen,
side, and Betts is the best center in college basketball.
Let's just say this, because we've been sleeping on it because we've been listening to Connecticut is undefeated. UCLA lost one game. UCLA won one game in November. Early in the season, they lost one game and have been undefeated since then. And they're 31-1 or something. So they are just as good, playing just as well, playing in a better conference than Connecticut has played in. No question at all. So I'm not worried. They have shooters. They have big guys, big girls inside. I won't be surprised if UCLA gets to that championship game by beating Texas in the Final Four, because they can avenge their only loss. But Texas played them well because Texas is physical. So any team who plays a physical can probably beat UCLA. So I'm excited about what's happening today. I'm about to get ready because 30 minutes from now, my Lady Gamecock's going to be playing. So I'm going to get my game.
I got to get on my TVs. I got to get on my TVs, right? Get everything signed up, get signed in. So, but y'all make sure y'all are tapping in. March Madness is here, women and men. We're here to bring it in, tap in with Hourtake. Oh, Zaid, I want to shout out Zaid over on TikTok. He is in Pakistan. That's one of my I talk to him every single day. Cool dude, young guy over in Pakistan. But he cool. He came in to holler. Man, it's in the middle of the night right now over there. Okay, okay, so it's no sleep.
So thank you for taking the time to listen to Farrah and seeing this pretty face of Torrance. So since you over to Pakistan, you can listen to her and this is what
he's my friend, not yours.
My fault.
Two people. Anyhow, let's move right along. We almost done, guys. We're gonna get y'all out of here, but we got the WNBA. We had a deal finally reached. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. We get to have the WNBA this year.
Now, first before we talk numbers, I sent Farrah something yesterday. A couple of days ago. She responded with a weird response like, "Huh?" Every player in the WNBA is an unrestricted free agent. They can go anywhere they want to go. They're not locked into a team. I want y'all to know what this season is. Now,
they try to reshuffle it.
So now how's that important? Because they have an agreement. And the agreement is simple. They have a new salary cap. $7 million a year per team. Now, that's up from 1.5. Listen to that. 1.5.
We had to fight all this time for $6 million, and you knew you had it. But go ahead.
And that's on the 2026 season. And it's actually projected by the end of the deal they signed, the salary cap is going to jump up to $10 million per team. Projection. It's going to be more than that because these girls are bringing money in. So that's that. Now, with that, now the maximum salary for any one player can be up to $1.4 million. Now that's life-changing money now. Now you get, it ain't the $50 million that the NBA gets.
And it's
3
understand. Months. And it's only 3 months of 5 months to play. 5 months to play.
You're only playing 4.5 months. We're going to get before that. We're going to split the difference between 3 and 5. 4.5 months, we're going to do that. Of $1.4 million. And that is projected to grow to 2.4 by 2032. That's that one player. The big shot. And you can split that how you want to do it, how you build your team. Do you want 2 superstars? Do you want one superstar and build a team around it?
But they got to play with it with the rookies because they changed the minimum. The league minimum is $300,000 now.
Now here we go. The average salary is now going to be jumping up to $583,000 per person. The average, and can exceed up to $1 million in about 5 years. Now you brought the rookies in. The rookies now jump from somewhere around $66,000 a year coming in to now up to $300,000. People are getting paid. The NBA and the WNBA realize the money's coming in. But what
even on the other stuff, but they did other stuff like even down to our rookie team. He was getting $1,500 for that shit. Now they're getting $5,000. They upped everything for them. But I don't think we should have to go through this big ass collective bargaining and get this money. And they probably still negotiated and didn't get all that they probably wanted.
Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing?
Hey, wait, stop, pause, stop the press. We have the icon, the what? Hall of Famer. Oh my goodness, Charlotte Smith herself, Carolina Tar Heels 1995. She hit .7 on the to win a national championship. How was I blessed to have you in the building today? Thank you so much for coming into my podcast. My heart is racing. Thank you, Charlotte Smith, for coming in.
Now, I agree. You should look for your pension, but let's do this, Charlotte. Put one of them knee pads on, play one game, and get one of them salaries, and then they give you that pension for the rest of your life. We're gonna get you back in here. We're gonna get you back in the league. One game. We ain't asking you to play a whole season.
Just get you ball out on them. Ball out.
You know what I'm saying? Get a quick little ball out. Because we remember, as you say, us old heads now. We remember you at North Carolina. We remember you playing pro. I was in the Charlotte Coliseum seeing you play pro ball. So I ain't gonna tell you about that because that means we all old together. But thank you for coming in. But I agree. There should have been something. I was looking over the deal and I see that they're doing things that they're doing charter air. They're enhancing the facilities. They're doing extra staffing. They're giving salary cap for pregnant players, and pregnant players get trade consent. They got bonuses for competitions for postal season awards. First class travel is going, increasing team contribution to 401k.
She said she just want to be on the NBA Kids menu. I saw your post.
We got you.
Honestly, listen. But real talk, they're fighting to get this money. But it's people like Charlotte Smith. It's people like Andrea Stinson, all of the old heads who actually paved this way for us to even have this league. These are the people who were there when it started, okay, in 1997. So I do believe that they should go back. I do believe that they deserve pension for paving this way. We're only 26 years in. You can't tell me that they don't deserve that. And I don't think anybody in the league right now would have any problem with it. If nothing else but a pension for paving this way, especially for those who really set the bar high and set this whole WNBA in motion. And they got to give them their flowers. I don't care if it's what it is, a stimulus check. Damn it, we got to get them something.
Now, this is what they did put in here. So I don't know if y'all seen this part or whatever. They said it's a one-time recognition payment for WNBA veterans and retired players. I don't know if that fits. Based on years of service in the league, ranging from anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000. So I don't know how that fits. But again, I want the rookie salary too. Forget the $100,000. I want that rookie $300,000 to $500,000. Give me what? Listen, all we gotta do is get one game. Give me the rookie salary. We good for another year. We're in it. They're gonna get life insurance benefits up to $700,000 per player, and medical coverage, and expanded family planning benefits. So this is good moving forward for people. We want to see what, as you said, for the people who built the foundation of what this is. Exactly. What are you going to do? What are you going to do for them? And I don't know if the ladies, and I hope they did when they were negotiating, had those ladies in mind, because again, there's no WNBA without a Charlotte Smith. There's no WNBA without a Lisa Leslie or an Andrew Stinson or any of those players who were playing in this league when they were looking at a handful of people in the stands, when there was no TV deals that had been given out, when we were wearing those, when the jerseys were only women's sizes and dudes were wearing the little tight jerseys, and they shouldn't have been back in those days. So.
Oh man, but no, they really do, and hopefully they will continue to do something. And shout out to Elon University. She is the head coach for Elon University over in Elon, North Carolina, Burlington, North Carolina. So shout out to her team, her university. Y'all guys tap in. They do some special stuff out there. I keep in touch. I pay attention, but yes, she is the head coach out there. So glad she stepped in the building with us and blessed. I did order a shirt. She has some sweaters and things of that nature. So if she wants, I'll make sure I post that so you guys can put some orders in whenever she's ready. But I know she has some sweaters, some .07. I'm waiting on mine. Mine should be in the mail. Might be there. No, it'll be a Tuesday. I'm watching it in the mail. So thank you again, Charlotte, like real talk, for even coming. And I'd love to have you on the show to talk women's basketball. Anything you guys want to talk about, I definitely would love to have you on the show one day whenever you have a good chance. Thank you so much. I know you did. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
And make sure you send me the link, because I have one of my best friends have been in love with her since back in the day.
I told you. I want to make sure he gets a shirt.
I was gonna make sure he gets a shirt. I will order it for him so he can wear it. So we're gonna leave that right there. That's all I'm saying. Now,
I did tell you, but WNBA, we are on our way. We're definitely gonna get the money that is needed and that is owed to these women. Y'all continue to tap in. We gotta have that engagement and having people
and we gonna keep
watching
talking
us.
about it. You know, that's our thing. Women's sports, women's basketball. This is what we do. I love it.
It's our platform, and we're gonna push it out as much as I possibly can. So, Charlotte, definitely, hopefully, we can have your blessings on our show one day, and get you up here and spread this women's basketball around. So, NBA, and I only have a sprinkle. I ain't have time for them. It's time for basketball. I gotta go watch some games. So,
number one thing to talk about.
Ain't one thing to talk about.
You know what it is to talk about. You want to deny it, but you're right.
I'll give you this. Go ahead. I ain't got nothing to do.
Okay, we're looking at the kid MVP ladder so far in the NBA. Listen,
Trash.
Wemby ain't going in the wrong direction. He's just kind of sitting right there. I don't know the praise of Shea. The dude played only half the season. Okay, when the season he did whatever he does, that kind of thing. And I don't know if it's tired of Shea already. We're not, because he is one of the best players, but if you're not recognizing what that number 2 dude right there is doing in this league right now, if you're not paying attention,
stop. Just because he dropped 60 on the Heat, I guess he wanted 83, but
he dropped 40 the game before that. He's averaging somewhere around 40.9 in the last 8 games. Pay attention to what's happening.
How much defense he play?
He plays.
Okay, I'll wait.
Excuse me. They got an 8-game winning streak. You can't score 60 and win every game. That don't work. We're not playing the Wizards. This is not what this is. We're not playing the Wizards.
And the Washington wheelchairers.
Mm-hmm. Ask your boy from Houston what kind of defense they play when he scored 2 points in one game and then scored 2 points in the other half and got hot in the second half. The Lakers are playing defense. That's why they're winning. But Luka is playing out of his mind right now. He is jumping into the MVP conversation. He is first team, but he's always been there. It just had to get itself back into Laker shape, not the other team that he used to play for, Laker shape, and now they're winning.
Angry because he paying all this alimony to his ex-wife. That's all.
Listen.
He's just upset.
If that's the case, we're gonna give him another ex-wife and make him play even better. That's what we gonna do, and some child support. Now that's what we gonna do.
We don't want them problems, but y'all don't sleep on Atlanta.
Yes,
11 in a row.
They won 11 in a row. I think the streak was broken last night. I think Houston beat them last night. So, but even with that, they got that 11. But the thing is, they had to get 11 games just to stay into the top 8 seeds. So how far back were they before they won the 11 in a row, man?
Hey, don't worry about all of that. They had to do what they had to do. They made it happen. Let's see what y'all do, because y'all going to drop before you keep moving up. You know that, right, with the Lakers.
There's well, listen, that drop would be for real, because that drop could be anywhere between the 3rd seed and the 6th seed.
It's a one and done. It don't matter. It's a one and done. Y'all can't beat anybody in the West.
Leave the hate to VCU, okay? Just leave the hate to VCU and leave us alone right now.
All right. Well, 11 in a row, we're going to give them their little respect. But the standings as is right now.
Okay, as we're going to talk really quickly about this, because the Pistons took a hit this week. They've won 3 in a row, but Cade Cunningham can be out for several weeks with a collapsed lung. I don't know how you come back from a collapsed lung, because because running and breathing is hard without your lungs. I don't know how you come back from that.
Did he do the same treatment Watts did at the Steelers and have that needle?
Listen, first you better stay out my Steelers. But Detroit is still winning right now and still leading the East. Boston is new. New York, Cleveland, Toronto, Orlando, Atlanta. They're still on the second side after winning 33 in a row, apparently. 11. Miami, 76ers are falling. And then the Hornets are sitting there playing ball. I want to see Hornets. I want to see Hornets basketball. I just love it. I do absolutely love it. And in the West, we got Oklahoma City, Spurs, 1 and 2 all season. The hottest team in the league, the Los Angeles Lakers, right now, 8 in a row. Who has taken a 3.5 game lead for third over Houston after sweeping them and the season series. Denver, Minnesota, Phoenix, who lost a heartbreaker to the Spurs at 100-99 the other day by 1, which was crazy. Portland is still in there. And actually, Portland jumped. Have you seen Portland coming up? They went on the bat. They jumped up.
They won. They won like 3 games this week.
And then we have the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors. But I'm telling y'all right now, Warriors may sit there. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all don't want the Warriors because your boy Curry will be back for playoff time. You don't want that. You don't want no parts of that.
They only here to actually put somebody out now. They're not gonna win.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't gonna win it, but they're gonna put a team out or something.
But they're gonna put a team out. But speaking of that, the playoffs, our last bit of the day, so we can get y'all to your good March Madness playoffs. It's looking like it when they start on the 18th. I mean, this is based off the seeding that you have right now, where they're placed at in the standings. This is what you would have.
Well, if we do that, there are some very good matchups going on. The ones that we know can happen. You're looking at the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Wow, first round. That's a replay of last year, and both teams have gotten better. Then you have the Rockets and the Nuggets. I will be sitting there watching every single game of that series.
I'm calling in to work. I can't even work. I'm using vacation time. Go ahead.
On the East, we're looking at Cleveland and Toronto, and New York and Orlando. That's an interesting series. I've never paid attention to what has been happening. So
the Hornets beat the 76ers, so they're going to the second round already.
So that's the matchups we know would happen. We absolutely know what happened. Then of course you see in the play in the game, you have the Golden State Warriors and the Clippers, and we have Phoenix and Portland in those play-in games, and then we got the 76ers versus the Hornets, and you just said the Hornets going to take it to the next level, and then we got Atlanta against Miami, which I think are the exact same teams. I don't know. They're interchangeable in parts, but we'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, but the next round after that means the Lakers would have to. Oh, the Lakers would have to play the Spurs if that wins. Yeah, and either Denver or Houston got to play Oklahoma City. Wow, the second round.
Oklahoma City.
You ain't ready?
I ain't worried about them.
Oh, okay. All right then.
We need to pay the coaches. We need to pay the refs. That's all. We need to
good job.
A little bit more. We need to get the refs a little bit more.
So you're the New England Patriots. Sorry.
My bad. I'm not bad. My bad. Go ahead.
No, we're good. We're good with the playoffs. We're done.
But now the playoffs are coming April 18th. I thought you was done. My bad. I didn't mean to bring it down. But TT, let's get these people up out of here. What shout outs you got for the people today?
No, I don't have any shout outs. I have one thing, and you can see it on the bottom under my name. Chuck Norris. Rest in peace, bro. You know, we all grew up with Chuck. We've all watched Walking Texas Ranger. We watch everything he's been doing. The dude lived in North Texas up here, right up in the hotel. Yeah, he lived right. I ran into him in the movie theaters a couple of times. Nice guy. So, you know, he will be missed. He was 86 years old, and I think he passed away in Hawaii with his home and his family. So, and from what I heard, in phenomenal shape. So it was just the fact that as we say, the Lord just called him home. It was no hit by a bus. It was no I'll take drugs. No, it was just, bro, it's time to come on home. So please rest in peace and peace to his family. What about you? Your shout outs?
Yeah, it definitely, we all got to take that walk. But rest in peace him, and rest in peace to Kiki Shepard. Okay? Ain't no showtime at the Apollo tonight. We're out, Kiki. So Pioneer in that space, hostess. She's been in. I read about her. I didn't know she was in a lot of plays. She had a magnificent life. She did a lot of things in Trailblaze, in plays and things of that nature. Just a lot of other things. So shout out to Kiki Shepard that recently passed away this week. Rest in peace, man. To the families. I just hate that. So definitely wanted to give that shout out. And I also almost forgot to shout out Dale Curry. They retired his jersey. Well deserved. The Charlotte Hornets. No one could do it any better besides his son. Well, we all know, but shout out to Dale Curry on his jersey retirement. And then shout out to everybody on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. If you're on replay, we just do this because we love it and we appreciate your support. We appreciate you guys coming in, tapping in with us, following us every week. I truly appreciate having one of the best players that could ever play the game. One of my idols, somebody I've always looked up to in the game of basketball. Got to meet her personally in college. She's a beautiful person inside as well as out. Charlotte Smith came to my life today, which is, you can't steal my joy at this point. But she's a very humble person, very down to earth, beautiful person. So truly appreciate you and your support. But outside of that, I just want to shout out to everybody.
I agree. Yes, ma'am.
I agree, but y'all know how we do. Y'all get that basketball in today. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. Y'all holler at your girl. I will show y'all my stuff I got from Charlotte Smith. She sent me a package with my sweater, a hat, some swag. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate because I told you about it.
Gatekeeper.
But when it get here,
you told me, but you ain't sent no link. Look, you showed me the picture, but you ain't sent no link in that.
You had to come through me. I don't give out people info. Damn it, I'm on the inbox, so I can't do nothing about all that. But if you wanted it, you could have got it through me. I have to take my people. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. She wants whatever, man. You always
want it. You
people.
Let me know. I got you. I
hear you. We gonna do that. So.
But anyway, guys, y'all check in with us on Tuesday. But y'all know how we do it. Y'all have a blessed day and a successful day on purpose today. And we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Peace.
We out.